What up, y'all? Welcome back. Let me just make sure nothing on my face because I don't want nobody talking about me. So, let me tell y'all. First, I just finished watching Straw from the Tyler Perry. When I tell you, before we get into it, I think people don't give this man enough credit. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think they don't give him enough credit. I know that he's made bad movies in the past, or basically movies that go along with his fan base. And I get it. I get it. I get it. But I think sometimes instead of people making these assumptions that something's going to be bad or making, let's just say, horrible comments before you even watch it. And I know some people said it was like, oh, this is such a Tyler Perry movie. This is such a Tyler Perry movie. In my honest opinion, this is the least Tyler Perry movie I've ever seen, ever. Um, I guess I don't want to say that because I don't want it to seem like that, but this is the most professional, well done movie that didn't feel like it was rushed. If this movie was rushed, or I think they said 4 days or something like that, bravo. Bravo to Tyler. Because there were so many things that could have went wrong, that could have seemed fake, that could have seemed you know not in real life, that the things could have this movie could have went really bad in a lot of ways. But I will say this, it did not. This movie did not disappoint. And I want to say that because I think it was Mea Culpa with Kelly Rowland. A lot of people said that movie was horrible. I didn't feel that. And I consider myself a good movie um, watcher, a good movie reviewer, and I do give grace where grace needs to be done. I think the what's it called, matrimony, acrimony. Acrimony wasn't that good because I don't think some of the scenes were that good. But this movie right here, first, I want to give a big shout out to Taraji. Masterful performance, masterful performance. Like from beginning to end, this woman gave a performance where I can feel it, And I want to start off from the beginning. If you haven't watched it, this is a spoiler alert. In the beginning, I think we all could say that we've had a bad day where everything goes bad, every single thing goes bad. And for just an average day, a mother trying to provide for her child, trying to make sure that her child has everything. And if you guys are not from the States, they do. I don't know if it's in every country, but I know most countries have free lunch. To have your child not be able to have lunch and to have children teasing your child because your child doesn't have enough money, on the credits, is a thing within itself. So to have that, to not, to even, I'll go fast forward a little bit, to even going down the line where she says sometimes she doesn't have hot water, so that she has to bathe her baby in cold water. That touched me. That touched me. Like, just because that's an average parent, single parent in the States. And I know some people may look at these situations and be like, it's exaggerated. And I'm like, no, I can see a mom going through that. I can see how many mom. The bigger question is how many moms haven't snapped to this point that they need to, resort to certain things. Going to her job. I've never worked a job like that. And the boss was an asshole, And I remember saying during the movie, I've never had a boss like that. I've predominantly worked in corporate or worked for myself, so I've never had to deal with a boss like that. But I'm sure that there's a boss like the boss that she had when she worked in that I guess you want to say mom and pop grocery store. But Taraji was masterful. She was masterful, and I'm not even one of those types of people that's going to make a review about something and be solely biased. There was one point, which I don't know if it ever happened, But there was one point where the officer and her had an interaction. Don't want to spoil too many things for people, but there was a moment where they had an interaction, and I was like, "Oh, this can't be real." And then it dawned on me that I'm talking about America, you know. So I'm like, "Oh yeah, you are talking about the states. This is a possibility that these things could happen." To see this woman go through this and the real life emotions that you felt, I teared up so many times during this movie because it was something that was so real. It was so raw. And I could see, I'm not a parent, but I can see myself having a moment like this. You know, not robbing a bank, but the fact that she just wanted to make sure her child was okay. And she felt these things about her child instinctively, where it's like, I just want to make sure my baby is okay. I just want to make sure my baby's okay. And everything is fucking going wrong at the time, you know, like everything possible. Car repossession. She got evicted from her house. And I'll tell you guys something. I want you guys to really listen to me. Some of the black landlords in the slumlord situations are like that. They're like that. Because I was like, this lady is just too much. And I was like, no, I can see that. Not really following the rules, not caring about the rules, kicking people out, not giving people a second chance because that's what's been ingrained in the culture, you know? And for every reason, she's the landlord. So now she's treating this woman like this. The situation of the boss at the, I'll say the Piggly Wiggly, upset me. I'll be honest. It upset me. It made me feel a type of way, not because of what he was doing, how he was doing it. And I've seen black people treat each other that way. And I've seen us lash out at each other that way, from professional services to making appointments places to, oh, I don't want to go here because they're black, da 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 da. And, you know, oftentimes getting and treating everybody like shit. That's like he just is. But there's something powerful, and I want to take a break to go from Taraji. Tiana King Taylor. Bravo. Bravo. Sorry. If I didn't know that you were not a actor, actress, I would have been no way to know. Absolutely amazing how you performed. I can feel the sincerity from the beginning. I love how she fought for Janaya. She fought for her from the very beginning. When they looked at the tapes, when they looked at what was transpiring, she gave this woman the benefit of the doubt. And I can feel how genuine Tiana was, how colorful her character was. And she brought all of that out, that maybe it's not what we're viewing. Maybe it's something different. And I was like, wow. You know, like I was like, this woman is really acting, you know, for one. So I was super proud of Tiana for that. Sherry, another one. Sherry, I know you come from the world of being a comedian. That was beautiful. That was beautiful, the humanity that you brought to it, where there was moments where you used your brain in ways that I don't think the average person would have done. To look at her and to see her for as a human, and to understand the situations that this is just a hurt mom. This is a person struggling, that doesn't have a health insurance, that had all the odds against her. She's by herself. She has no family. She has no husband, and she's just trying to do what she can do for her child. So I just want y'all to start giving Tyler Perry his credits, giving him his dues, giving him his flowers. I do think there were some movies that were not so good, but this was so well, so like perfectly executed, in my opinion, that he was able to draw all of these emotions, draw all of these. This movie brought this movie together. I don't care if it was 4 days, 24 hours, or 48 hours. However he did it, it was amazing. It didn't feel like it didn't feel like a rush job. It felt like they had filmed this movie for so long, guys. When I tell you, like, I was at the end, I had to stand up and just give her a round of applause because this movie was so good. And I know I keep saying that, but I oftentimes, you get caught up in the whole situation of people like, oh, Tyler Perry, he makes quick movies, he makes quick movies. And I remember watching Mea Culpa with Kelly Rowland, like I said earlier, and I was like, this movie's not that bad. Like, it's not, I've seen worse. Like, and I've seen better, but it's not that bad. This movie was good from the beginning to end. Like, I was sitting there with my mouth, sorry. I was sitting there with my mouth open because I couldn't believe that he had did this well. Not saying that he couldn't, but given the situation of people saying that it's only 4 days, 5 days, 1 week, whatever they said about the movie, this was masterfully done. I want to go to the bank situation. It's always one fucking person. And the girl that I think her name was Ayala or something like that. She was the girl that was actually giving her the money at the beginning, and how she was so nervous and didn't really give her the benefit of the doubt. Just being human. And I think we all know a person like her. She was the one that pissed me off. She pissed me off like the Asian girl or the Chinese girl in Sinners. She pissed me off. You in the bathroom writing shit on the window, not even understanding that the manager is already taking care of this situation where she's like, I think this is the only thing that's keeping us alive is that, they think that you have this. So I think we all know somebody like that. We've all met somebody like that. But I love that in the midst of this, these women, Black, beautiful women, were able to hold each other down, even though they were scared, even though they were like, oh, damn. As the movie progressed, you can feel the humanity coming back to the characters. You can see the people not enjoying, let me not say that, understanding what Janiyah was going through. And I just watched the movie. It's like an hour. I think it's like an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 40 minutes. Let me see. It is an hour and 48 minutes. Say hour 40. It was, man, Tyler Perry, good job. Good job. Like, I don't even do movie reviews, but I'm tired of people doubting him. I'm tired of people saying what he can't do. My cat. The wigs were on point. Everything was on point in this movie. Like, I have zero critiques about this movie, and I wonder what it got on Rotten Tomato. Let me see what it got on Rotten Tomato. It should definitely be like a 7. The movie, it got Rotten Tomato 50%, Just Watch 77%, 6.5. That's what I said, like a 7. It deserves that. I would say on my scale, if I had to give it out of a 10, I wouldn't give it a 6.5. Outside of the issue with the police officer, I think everything else was well done, but I don't know if that's real. Like, maybe it's a states. That may be real with the police officer. I would have definitely gave it a strong 8 out of 10. I would have gave this a strong 8 out of 10. I don't really have any negative critiques. I think all of the actresses, all of the actors did a beautiful job. Yeah, I mean, I think that for me, again, I'm not going to be too long on the review. The humanity, in the end, I have spoiler alert, in all of that to be had done, and for Tiana to keep her word, Sherry to keep her word. I mean, Nicole to keep her word. That was so beautiful to me because it was saying, we see you, we understand what's happening, we know what's going on. And even Sinbad, big shout out to Sinbad being in there after his stroke, things like that. Paying people what they're worth. making a good movie. That for me is going to be a high rated movie for me. It was beautiful. Like, you guys have to watch this movie. If you have, comment your favorite parts below, because I don't. I hope this is a new wave of Tyler Perry movies, because I'm down for these. Like, if he can keep this in all the other, I'll watch all his movies. Like, I was good with Mia Culpa, mainly because I like Kelly Rowland, or Mia Culpa. But that was a good movie to me. Not perfect. It was some things that I was like, this ain't too good. But this one, I don't have any critiques. Like, he did a damn good job. So, what I was going to say, okay, this is something that I wanted to end this video on. If you made it this far, I do want different countries to start highlighting different Black movies. And I say that because I could see, if you're a person from a different country that doesn't understand the complexities or the diversity of the Black community or the African American community in the States, how this movie could be like a representation of that's what you think we are. Because when I think about it, there's not, I mean, we have comedies and things like that, but when you get something dramatic like this, it's kind of that. So I could see people drawing from that. I said something today on WhatsApp. I said something on WhatsApp today. Um, and I said, sorry, my cat. I said, what was it? Once I realized you're slow, I stopped talking. You're not about to aggravate me. And I understand that that is some people's, like, they can't understand the silver lining. So for me, that's how I feel. I feel like we should start promoting different movies and doing different things to kind of show people a different route, and then it'll make more sense. So I hope you guys enjoys this. Thank you so much. I will see you guys very soon. See you guys later.